What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. Listen, this government shutdown is not just politics as usual. It's people's lives being played with. Brooke Rollins, the agricultural secretary, said it herself. Millions of families could be left without food stamp support in just 2 weeks. Let that sink in. 2 weeks. That's all that's standing between some families and hunger. Not because they did anything wrong, but because the people we elected to lead can't find common ground. And while the government is shut down, the people are being shut out.
Nearly 2 million people in Illinois will be cut off from food stamps come November 1st if the shutdown continues.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture says it won't fund the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, cutting off a major lifeline to feed Chicago area families. Our Marissa Perlman is live in Pilsen with how food banks are calling this an inevitable crisis. Marissa.
And with no end in sight for the government to reopen, food pantries are telling their clients to plan ahead, be ready, and have a plan B.
It's something that we had feared, but now it's a reality.
Without SNAP, food banks will be the first place families turn to, according to Man-Yi Lee with the Greater Chicago Food Depository.
Our food pantries are going to be overwhelmed with SNAP participants who usually, rely on that critical lifeline for support and for basic food assistance.
SNAP provides low-income residents with prepaid cards to buy groceries. The Illinois Department of Human Services says it was notified last week by the USDA that November benefits won't be funded unless the shutdown ends.
And a lot of these we're talking about are children and also older adults who aren't able to work.
That means Illinois could lose about $350 million in assistance for 1.9 million recipients statewide. Lee says food pantries across Cook County are urging families to prepare now.
We're asking them to make sure that they have a backup plan because they are not going to get the food assistance that they need.
At the Pilsen Food Pantry, Dr. Evelyn Figueroa says they're bracing for bigger crowds in November. For some families, their twice-a-month visit here is the only way they can put food on the table.
We're going to need to buy more. We're not going to try to give people less because that's not right.
It's a double blow for SNAP recipients. The new federal law expanding work requirements to get benefits is also taking effect 3 months earlier than expected. The same week, SNAP benefits are expected to hit pause.
This is a human issue, and we all need to understand that none of us should be arguing over food. Food is a human right.
Think about this for a second. A mother who already stretches every dollar. A father trying to keep lights on and food in the fridge. Grandparents who depend on SNAP to get through the month. These ain't numbers on a spreadsheet. These are human beings. And when the system fails them, it's not just some policy issue. It's a moral issue. The fact that we even have to debate whether or not people deserve to eat is a sign that something is deeply broken in this country. Brooke Rollins blames Democrats. Democrats blame Republicans. Everybody got something to say, and nobody got any solutions. In New York, Governor Kathy Hochul said this move was deliberate and unprecedented. And you know what? She might be right. Because when you decide to hold people's meals hostage over politics, that's not governing. That's gambling with people's dignity. And while they argue, the clock is ticking. People are praying, and kids might be going to sleep hungry. Listen, Thanksgiving is weeks away. A holiday built on gratitude, family, and sharing. But what's there to be grateful for when your benefits just got cut off? The USDA said it's down to $6 billion left, but needs $8 billion just to get through November. And now 17 states have already stopped accepting new SNAP applications. $6 billion for the entire nation. And we call ourselves the richest country in the world. Meanwhile, the same government who can't fund food stamps is cutting checks for defense contractors. The same people who shut down the government still getting paid on time. And while people wonder how they gonna eat, politicians are arguing who's to blame. Think about that. People who never miss a payday are making decisions that could leave millions without one. And then they get on camera and talk about hardship. But you can't talk about hardship when you've never had to pick between gas or groceries. Hunger is not just a growling stomach. It's stress, it's shame. It's the fear of having to look your child in the eye and say, not tonight. And it's happening in the wealthiest country on earth because of politics. Ty Jones-Cox from the Center of Budget and Policy said, we can't let households who need food be another casualty of this government shutdown. And she's right, because at the end of the day, this ain't about politics. This is about people. When the government fails to feed its people, it's not just a policy failure. It's a spiritual one. A government that can fund wars, bail out banks, hold state dinners, can't afford to take care of its own people. We don't need no more promises. We need proof. And that proof starts with action. And if y'all can't agree on nothing else, You should agree that no child deserves to go to bed hungry. So as we head into this holiday season, remember this. Politicians can argue about policy, but people can't argue with hunger. Check on your family, look out for your neighbors, and understand that change can never start at the top. It starts with us, because clearly the people at the top don't feel our pain. And if they won't fix it, we gotta keep speaking on it until they do. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, establish rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.